Ketchup sounds terrible.
Yeah, well, maple syrup and ketchup would probably be tasty. What do you know?
It might be actually. I don't know.
Who knows?
And we're live. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. I'm hanging in there today. I'm not hungry. I'm just a little bit tired. I have worked 70 hours this week and then went out last evening. I mean, we go home early, but for us old people, early is, late is 10 o'clock anymore, so. Yeah, Maple is catching up. 45-36 right now. Everyone that wanted root beer now all of a sudden, isn't voting for root beer.
Yeah, nobody's voted.
It's early though, so we'll see. Let's see. We had Wendy.
Speak for yourself, by the way.
Yes.
I'm a late person.
See, Wendy Day was in the chat early. Dave Lloyd, Ian Thomas. What's up, Ian? Zippy's in the chat. Let's see who else. Lady Liberty's here. Good morning, Cassie. Tim's in the chat. Al Ben, starting to snow. Well, I'm sure you guys up in New York are probably already getting tired of snow. Linda Marie's she's been playing with some of them new ultimates from Flavor Jungle and coming up with some fun recipes. That one custard she did, I'm definitely going to mix up. Might get it done before I go down to watch football today. Take Me to the Sea's here. What's up? Take Me to the Sea. I'm glad to see a lot of people have put recipes in for us to talk about today with pear, and I'll admit pear is a struggle for a lot of people, including myself. Tim B's here. What's up, Tim? So what's been going on, guys? How's your week been? Your week's been?
Well,
Long.
yeah, long, tiring, busy. Well, I won't say busy, just steady. Zing, 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 zing.
I'll do that again.
You go that way, Piggy. No, not that way, that way.
Either way.
You get out of there.
Oh yeah, that's like, I started this week, went down to Charleston, South Carolina, grabbed a load of Mercedes vans, took them to Atlanta, turned around, got my truck back, so that was a positive. Nice. Got that back on Monday. And originally the spare they wanted down in Alabama, so they didn't get it ready for sale. So me and my dispatcher got it all set up, with a rental car for me to get back up to South Carolina, get my truck after dropping in Alabama and all this. And I told the guy who's in charge of all that, I'm like, hey, your truck's going to be here at this time. Oh, no, I don't need it there now. I need it right where you're dropping yours off. I'm like, well, that's easy. He's like, yeah, we're not going to sell it now. We got to put a new hire in it for a little while. I'm like, oh, okay, that works. Bigfoot, good morning, Bigfoot.
I got a heater today.
Oh, there you go. That's smart.
I wasn't going to freeze my buns off. No.
So then after
a heater. So what's the Cabana Boy's name?
Carlos?
Heater.
Carlos?
Heater. Today's the heater. Yeah. Blowing hot air at me.
So I dropped them vans in Atlanta. Went and grabbed pickup trucks out of Atlanta. Took them back to Charleston. Grabbed more vans out of Charleston. Went back to Atlanta. Then went to Alabama. Grabbed a load. Went down to Mobile, Alabama. Which it was cold down there too. For them it was cold. It was in the low 50s down there. They were all freezing. It was down there by the Gulf Coast. Came back, got a load, went and delivered in Richmond, Virginia, and then came home. All that was 70 hours.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, it was enough. I was toast. Now tomorrow I get to go back down to Charleston, play with Volvos that are going to be going to Korea, and then go down to Georgia to grab BMWs out of a golf tournament, bring them back to Atlanta. And then get another load of Hondas to bring home for Thanksgiving. Drop them Friday.
Oh, yeah, you guys got Thanksgiving coming up, don't you?
Yeah, Thanksgiving's on Thursday.
Oh, this coming Thursday?
Yep. Oh, and I went and got a oilless turkey fryer.
Oh, yes. That'd be cool.
The Charbroil Big Easy oilless turkey fryer. I'm going to do a video of me assembling it and then seasoning it. And
cool.
When I do the turkey, I'm going to throw do a video of turkey in it.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. I've watched a ton of videos on it and it looks, just as the name says, I think the hardest thing is going to be assembling it.
Probably.
Looks like all.
Oilless turkey fryer.
Yeah. And you can,
That takes all the fun out of it. You can't drop that frozen turkey and watch it explode.
Yeah.
this is true.
Yeah, I've seen a few videos. I wonder how those people are.
Oh, I've
still
seen
like
it
that.
happen. My uncle did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, well, I know, but I've seen enough videos, and you wonder how those people are still walking around.
That turkey shot out 10 feet in the air. It's like,
Did
what?
it?
Yeah. He didn't get burned somehow. He had enough winter clothes on. That's what it was.
Oh, Fee, what's up, Fee? Oh, my daughter's cat's home for the week too because she's on fall break. So, cat just snuck around behind me as long as he doesn't pull any cords out. He's good at that.
That's good.
I'm
gonna pull
still
Murphy.
looking for a kitty.
Take me to
Cat's
see
gonna pull Murphy.
kinda like a big air fryer, except it's like a similar concept. It's like this radiant heating. Like there's a, looks like a big pot, like you would see for like a deep fryer, and it's propane powered, obviously, and like the heat goes around. Like there's like a channel.
A chamber.
Yeah, chamber, and then there's a cooking pot that goes in it. That's what you season, and then you have a basket that you put the food in, and that goes into the cooking pot. And there's a mesh lid that you put on, especially if it's cold outside. Like it's gonna be probably right around, because they say anything over 50 degrees, you want to put that lid on just to keep some more of the heat in there. But for like if you're going to do a turkey in there, 4 or 5 hours, you don't want to keep that lid on the whole time because it's going to burn the outside of it without cooking the inside of it. So I've been watching videos about all week about different things you can cook in. You can do prime ribs in them. You can do hams. You can do turkeys, chickens, ribs, wings. I mean, basically even pork shoulders. The Boston butts you can do in them. Which I don't know if I'd want to do one of them in there. I think I'd want to still do that one in the smoker. There's nothing.
I was thinking that same when you said prime rib. I was thinking the same thing.
I bought one of those Instapots, but I think I've used it like 3 times.
I use mine for roasts mostly. Like if I'm doing like a stew, I'll brown the meat in there and then cut it up and throw it in there. Anthony Hart, good morning. And then throw all my veggies and my seasonings and all that in. And I did one. Was it last weekend? It was last weekend. We did a roast in it. Stew. Because the one good thing about those is you could buy like some really not the best cuts of meat that are like a little bit on the tough side. You throw it in there and it tenderizes it really nice.
Tenderizes it. Yep.
Yeah, it makes it a lot better. And supposedly with this thing,
Instapot does that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Instapot
Yeah,
does
that's what I'm saying. The Instapot.
Yeah.
I mean, this Big Easy, you can probably maybe do some of that. I guess I'm sure I'm going to be playing with it a lot this winter.
I'm curious to see because air fryers. I mean, getting one to work right, like the older style, the calorics I have, those things don't work that great.
I have my air fryer is just a tiny little thing. You could do maybe about a half a dozen mozzarella sticks in it. That's about it. Now my oven supposedly is a convection oven / air fryer, but I don't know if that really does a good job.
I've got, and then the Philips ones we have, those ones work pretty good. The Philips air fryers.
Yeah.
But the 2 calorics we got, both the models, they're all right.
Yeah.
Yes, they worked really good for that chicken breast when I made the that other Dunkin' Donuts coconut.
Mm-hmm.
That was left over when they did the coconut donuts.
Yeah.
They had too much. They sent it home with her, and we wound up making coconut encrusted chicken.
Ooh.
Oh, that was the best chicken I've ever had.
Oh, nice.
We did that in the air fryer. It was so good.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, they're handy. I mean, I know guys that have small ones they can have on the truck with them. And they have, like, there's these ones now that have, like, a liner that you put in them. A disposable liner. This way you put the liner in, you throw your food in, you cook it, and then instead, so you don't have as much cleanup to deal with, you just throw the liner away and maybe wipe it out with a paper towel and you're good to go.
I like my slow cooker. If I'm going to do something, it's in the slow cooker.
Usually, yeah.
Like
reality, what's up, Graham?
Pulled pork and a roast beef are just in a slow cooker.
Yeah, I mean, I've done plenty of pulled porks in crock pot and stuff, but if I do a pulled pork, I'm usually doing it outside in the smoker. It's just There's no, I mean, there's no substitute.
No, I cook
Okay.
usually in the smoker, but if not, if you want a nice tender pulled pork, the Instapot does the same thing as slow cooker, just does it faster and it makes it a little bit more tender because it goes to the core a little better.
Yeah,
I've
done that.
I didn't find it. I find slow cooker worked better. I don't know.
I did a couple years ago when we were at the beach. I brought my Instapot with me, and what did I bring? 16 pounds of pork shoulder, because there was like 20 people we were feeding, and I did it all in the Instapot, and it turned out fucking amazing.
Oh, the Instapot works good. I'm not
it just like I would, in the smoker, and it just turned out really good. Okay, all right, that's cool, Bill. Next Sunday, yeah, a lot of people I know do it on on the weekend instead of on the actual day anymore, just because.
during the week, yeah.
That was so nice of Bill to wait until I could make it down.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, as long as you don't have to go anywhere near Western New York, because I don't think those people are going to be moving for a month.
I'm right next to there.
Yeah, well, there's water. I guess Watertown got some lake effect again this time.
I was gonna say Watertown's on where it dumps actually usually the most.
Yeah, but not this time though. I mean, you saw what them Southtowns and Buffalo got. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
We've gotten a pile of snow. We just had like a mini blizzard there the other day.
Yeah, I remember. I've told this story before on here. One time, this was 2010. First time I ever truly experienced one of these major lake effect events. And I'm going up to Ontario, and I'm on the New York Thruway, and the signs are all lit up. Oh, Thruway closed in Buffalo, and they're listening to radio talking about this major event where they got pounded like 5 feet of snow in a matter of hours, and people are stuck on the Thruway. So I'm going, and I have nothing. It's chilly, but it's clear. So I'm just going along, and next thing you know, I start seeing a little bit of snow. I stop off in the truck stop, topped off my fuel, and then, yes, I did bash them because I wouldn't have moved the football game. Well, I'm getting to that, Bill.
Getting to that.
Yeah. So I get back on the Thruway. I'm coming into Buffalo, and I'm getting off this exit, and I'm pushing snow with the bumper of my truck as I'm coming off the exit ramp. That's how deep it already is. I get around the exit. I get to the traffic light. I turn left because I know if I go north, I'm going to be able to get around it. I go about a half a mile into Williamsville, and you could have cut the grass. 5 miles behind me, there's trapped in 5 feet of snow. 5 miles ahead of me, and there's not a flake to be found. That's how crazy that lake effect snow is.
You know what I did yesterday? Friday I always go in and do my grocery shopping, and the wind was really, really bad, and there was it kind of just looked like powder going across the road, like that light little dust of snow. And I thought, okay, so everybody's like, this is going into the city. Ran around the city. City is slippery as hell. So I stopped. I went to stop at this one place, or at the corner there was a red light, and there's a guy walking across the road, and I'm sliding, going, no, stop! I didn't want to run him over.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, stop there! I kept sliding. I thought, holy shit! So then, got all my running around done. I'm on my way home. I get on the on-ramp to get on to Highway 11. I get on there, and I'm starting to build up speed, and all of a sudden the truck is going pew, pew, like, I'm like this.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna die. And I thought, and after it stopped doing it, like even now my heart's going again, and it stopped. I stayed at 80 kilometers an hour. I just got up a little farther, and there was 2 pickup trucks in the ditch, and okay, you know what? I don't fucking care if the speed limit's 120. I'm going 80. And there was cars in front of me, but must have saw me do it. I went from one side of the road to the other side of the road. I was all over the freaking place. I just scared the crap right out of me.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, it's never fun.
No, and especially like the roads didn't even look shiny.
Wow.
And it was just like a little bit of snow that was, it was just kind of, like how it just, blows across the road.
Yeah.
I thought, oh.
I guess because it gets so cold, it just,
Well, plus not only that, the tires that are going over that are hot, as you know.
and it melts it and refreezes and just creates a glaze of ice. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So no. So I think I won't do that again.
Yeah, Bill, I did see around here it's going to be about 50 again. So like I think today's going to be the last cool day in the 40s, and then going to start to warm up. But I think Thanksgiving Day here is supposed to be like 60, so it's going to be nice.
It's supposed to warm up here too.
I don't think it's supposed to warm up here. I think it's supposed to stay cold.
They were calling originally for rain on Thanksgiving. I'm thinking, oh man, I'm gonna have to do that cooker in the garage and just have the door open and all that. And now they're saying it's gonna rain. I mean, it's gonna be clear. So.
Well, it's supposed to be 0 today, so I bought some new wipers. I'll have to go out and put them on my truck.
That's about right. Our high today is 36, which is only 3 degrees above 0. So
yeah,
about 0 for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about the extent of my week and you guys' week. I did go to a hockey game last night. Went to see the Carolina Thunderbirds, which is an independent hockey team in the Federal Professional Hockey League. They play at this little rink. It houses about 3,100 people, and it was almost a full house. I mean, it was a lot of. We had seats right on the glass. It was $29 to sit right on the glass next to the penalty box. I think for $50 they would let you skate, make me skate at a shift, and maybe for $100 you could have fought the other team's goon or something. I don't know, but I mean it was a lot of fun, and you could tell it was a blowout because this team that they played against a team from Mississippi. I'm like, okay, they probably don't, I don't think they get the best talent to play on that team because you could tell a difference in the talent and the experience between the two clubs. Because I guess Friday night they had killed them 11-2, and then last night was 8-3. And it was, I mean, and they started having fights, and the one fight was definitely staged. They had a goalie fight in the last minute of the game, and you could tell it was just staged.
Really?
Oh yeah, but it was fun. They were having fun though. It was a blast. Everyone was banging on the glass, and it was hilarious. Let's see. Dick saying it's 38 where he is. Linda Marie's 29 up in Mass. Anthony Hart says 50 in Central Florida. Well, it's chilly for there.
It's 30 here. So we got 1 degree on you, Linda.
Let's see. Wendy's saying, just saying, if you like mocha topped with whipped cream and crushed candy cane, 1 day steep. I just posted my version. Nice.
Where is
Wendy.
it?
Probably check
ELR.
Yeah, but like under what name?
Probably Wendy L, I believe. Wendy goes by.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep.
Last minute. Okay.
We'll get to everybody's pear recipes here in about 10 minutes. Usually about the bottom of the hour we like to do that.
Mine is more pear forward than I feared it might be. It's good. I like it. Oh, the mocha.
Oh, there it is.
Minty mocha. Got it.
I got it too now.
Canadian Vapor. Good morning, Paul.
Even though I don't like mint as long. Oh, Flavor West candy cane. Okay, I'm out already before even just started.
Well, you don't have that one?
I don't have the 2 1-shots. I can make a mint mocha anyway. So, but that I was wanting to
that is not far from what she's vaping over there. Actually, not far at all. I did the Mary Mint Mocha 1 shot and the Golden Joe for her yesterday.
I have that Mary Mint Mocha.
I think I did.
I don't think I've ever opened it.
Which is just like, well, she basically has a peppermint hot chocolate / coffee mix.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna have to look and see under mine because I do have a recipe like that. It'll be pretty old though.
The burgers were delicious.
Vaping Bachelor, I don't want to hear it. I heard that on Saturday morning down in Alabama, Friday morning down in Alabama. Me getting blamed for it being cold down there, so I don't want to hear it. It ain't my fault. I ain't got that kind of power.
I found it.
It's because Paul and Dave get together on a stream, and it causes this cold front to move south.
It must be.
I'm just gonna show this recipe. You guys.
Sure.
It must have been a Christmas time or something when I made this. Just say, you're gonna laugh at the name. I have no picture though. I should have had a picture.
Wendy, it looks good. Yours looks good too.
Elf crack.
It's really
Oh,
good.
jeez.
Elf. Oh, I remember this. I remember we talked. I don't know when you brought this up, but we talked about this at one point.
2016, I made this recipe. That's a long time ago.
It got brought up one time on the Sunday show.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is my version of the white, like a chocolate candy cane.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll stop sharing. But it's this is published if you're looking for something like that. There you go. It just reminded me when she did that recipe, elf crack.
Yeah, how dare you when you name it like a normal minty mocha name?
Well, of course.
Nothing dirty.
Well, no, that's what I said. I should have a picture for that elf crack. Can you imagine the picture for that?
Right.
Do you want to search? Do you want to search that one?
Have elf,
Sure.
have an elf on the
Let me
shelf
do
with
it.
Hunter Biden's face on it and call it elf crack.
Let me see what elf crack looks like.
Probably not as bad as granny panties.
No, we're never. No, I know we're never looking up
Yeah,
that
don't,
shit.
yeah, don't be
Never.
googling that now.
She googled that on live. Oh my, that was the best. Just the look on her face. I'm changing the name.
There's no elf cracks on here. Jesus, that
Ah.
took the fun out of that.
Right?
Yeah. Oh well.
Elf
Oh.
Elf on crack. It shows a picture of Will Ferrell from the movie Elf.
Yeah,
Oh,
elf
yeah.
on crack. Yeah. See, you know what I would have had? An elf, guy dressed up in an elf with a plumber's crack. That's what I would have done. See, that's what I'm shooting.
You need to start making like lawn ornaments.
Oh yeah, okay. And the old folks around here would probably have a fit.
Right? Right, take me to see.
That just increases the need.
Who made s'mores to go along with what?
S'mores.
S'mores.
S'mores sounds good.
I know.
Now,
And
s'mores
don't
is
use
more
the
of a-
s'mores flavorings. Make your own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just,
Yeah.
I think I only have like maybe one s'mores flavor, and that's that one mulberry one. And I don't think I've ever used it.
I think Wonder Flavors has the s'mores too.
Yeah, we had to use them, and I was not impressed.
One noted.
The I don't care who makes s'mores in a flavoring, you still have to layer that sucker.
Oh yeah, you definitely
Exactly.
need
Yeah. You can't. He's on my crack. Easy on my crack. Are you a plumber?
Now he only plays one on TV.
Huh?
He only plays one on TV.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Burgers
Yeah.
and s'mores.
he's a bachelor. But he doesn't vape. No.
Oh, okay. What was I gonna say?
Oh, Linda likes
the
that
Wonder
one
Flavor-
Wonder Flavor s'mores.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not saying it's a bad
Yep.
flavor. I still had, for me anyway, just for me, I still had to bump the chocolate a bit and play with it a little bit.
It is probably the best one, or nearly the best one.
It's the closest one. Closest
Yep.
one.
Yeah,
But
well,
I don't know. It feels like it still needs a little layer built out.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I said. Like, you still have to bump up the chocolate.
and
I think I kind of went graham cracker, Flavor West graham cracker, if I remember correctly. I added a little bit of Flavor West graham cracker. I had a little bit of ooey, not ooey gooey,
gooey marshmallow.
Well, I don't know if I had that one yet, but
Maybe
I
a
did add
toasted
a marshmallow. I think it was actually Flavor Art marshmallow, and I added, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Australian chocolate
Okay.
to that. Yeah, that's what I did. But just like in minor amounts, just to kind of boost.
Yeah, Australian chocolate. That's a flavor that's kind of been forgotten about because it's old.
Australian chocolate, I know,
Yeah.
and I keep forgetting about it too. And it was like my number one chocolate,
Yeah, it was.
besides the TFA original.
I have was it TFA milk chocolate? I think, and I've never used it. It's probably band-aid.
Really?
It's probably band-aids as hell. Now, double chocolate clear, I have. Yeah, of course, I've used that before. But
Oh yeah,
the
but
TFA, but it's just TFA milk chocolate, and I don't think
it's
I've ever.
not bad.
Is it?
It's
No,
not
I've
bad.
never used.
No.
It was one of them ones, and when that one company was going out of business, and I'm just like anything they had in stock that I didn't have, I was just putting in my cart because it was dirt cheap.
Yeah, well, try it.
I was getting like 60 mils for $1.
Well, I would try it because it's not a bad flavor.
Yeah.
It's not the best,
No.
but it's not gross. It's
No.
not like it's not powder or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I get from the double chocolate clear. I get powdery, but sometimes you need that.
Well, I kind of like that. So, well, I don't get the powder. There's another chocolate. Oh, FA chocolate. I get that. I get that powder from FA chocolate. And but sometimes if you're making like a chocolate donut or something like that, that little added note of the powder goes in really well.
Yeah. Oh, chocolate. Yeah.
Chocolate mousse.
Vape Train
Yes.
chocolate mousse is it's
chocolate
very
mousse.
nice. Vape Train. That's one thing. Vape Train doesn't do a lot very well, but that's one thing they do very well is chocolate.
They've got quite a few. Like their jams are good. The strawberry jam and the raspberry jam, and Zippy's crack. Zippy's crack. Coffee liqueur. Oh.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's
I
decent.
love you.
That's one of their originals too. I know at least one of the originals that they started carrying in Bull City was that coffee liqueur.
That shit is
I've
that
had
shit
that
is
for
like
what
kryptonite.
4 years or so. I guess when I know it's a yellow tip bottle, so that tells you how old it is.
Yeah, well, that and what's this one? Love.
Yes, Linda, that Omega chocolate that Jungle Flavors came out with, they sent me that free sample when I ordered, and yeah, that stuff's nice. I think that one is a one shot that Folk Art came out with, the Omega chocolate.
It
You're
is.
gonna have to work on Linda Marie and chocolate, I guess.
Glamour chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. It's not. It's out of my radar usually.
You put it with the cookie bite, and that helps. Because we were talking
Yeah,
before the
and
show
some more
about cookie
cookie.
bite.
And some more cookies.
And add like FA cookie or something to it.
I got more used to the glamour chocolate because most of the Kinder recipes were
Had
glamour
glamour
chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah.
Most of them had it.
It's if I'm thinking chocolate, that one's out of my radar.
Then Rocky's had the dark chocolate from Medicine Flower in it. That one is a unique one because of that.
Oh, okay.
Dark chocolate, medicine flower. Mm-hmm.
I think the only
Dark
one I have
chocolate?
that's actually marked dark chocolate, I think, is the Vape Train.
Dark chocolate, Medicine Flower. It's a long ways away. I can't find it.
I got the dark chocolate. I got the dark chocolate from Vape Train.
Yep, I got both. They're not like night and day different. They're pretty
What?
damn close.
What?
The Vape Train and dark chocolate Medicine Flower. Once they steep out, they're almost the same flavor.
Oh, wow.
Mm-mm. Sorry, I'll have to disagree. Oh shit.
Oh, somebody's phone.
Bye. That's my. Have you ever seen the movie Crank? That's the ringer off Crank.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was.
And my bird imitates it perfectly. My Cosmo imitates it perfectly, and then says hello.
All right, let's look at some recipes. Let's see what we got. Let's get this to come up here. Where is it? All right, should be up on screen. Okay, cool. We got not. Let me refresh just in case we have some more. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count. Okay, yeah, 8. 8 mixes to look at. See, Dave Lloyd right off the bat last week didn't waste any time. Get his to come up here. What is going on here? Come on, there we go. He did poached maple pear. He used Wonder Flavors apricot at 1.5, brown sugar VSO at 2, Buddha's Hand citron at 0.5. What is Buddha's Hand citron?
Buddha's Hand citron is it's like a lemon. It's very lemony, but it's not doesn't have all the inherent like acidity to it. So it's almost like the rind of a. It's actually its own thing, but it's
like
almost like
lemon
it's almost,
zest.
but not quite. It's a little more lemony than a lemon zest. It's like a real lemon
Okay.
flavor than a lemon zest, but it's got all the juiciness like of a lemon, but not the tartness.
Oh, that's
It's
definitely different.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's a very nice flavor.
And you use CDS at 0.5. You use.
I don't have any of it.
Oh, okay. See, we got VSO Maple at 3, VSO Pear at 5, Poached Pear 1 shot from VSO at 1, and a little bit of super sweet. Tastes great on the knuckle. Increase the pears because he's pear blind. Well, pear is a hard one to. It's not necessarily you're pear blind. It's just it's hard to get pear to come out.
Yeah, I know. Take me to see. Yeah, really.
Pear is almost more of a texture than it is a taste.
Yeah.
It's almost more of a texture.
In a way.
Well, I was saying earlier to Tim and Frank, I think Simon worked on trying to get a pear forward recipe forever, and it's really difficult to get pear forward.
Did you guys just notice the fucking ad that just came across ELR?
Yes.
Truth Initiative.
Yes.
An anti-vaping ad on ELR. Suck a dick.
I've got the
Truth Initiative.
I've got the ad blocker on, so I don't see that.
I don't got it. It was messing up my shit, so I took it off.
Let's see. We got Wendy
Fiddy. Yep. Hold the phone for a second. Fiddy, you said maple. Now pistachio. Oh, people. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Wendy Leday did pear crumble. She did crumble topping, Wonder Flavors at 1 1/4. Fuji apple from Vape Train at 0.5. FA pear at 0.5. Flavora pear at 0.25. Shape Up pear at 2. So she's got the trifecta with the pears. Flavora pound cake at 2. Vanilla pudding 1.5. And a little Perillum super sweet. She says she likes this one. I taste the sweat pear and a little crumble. Pear sweat?
A sweat pear? Sweat pear?
I'm sure it's
A
the
sweat
sweat
pear?
pear.
I know there's sweat bees. I didn't know there's sweat pear.
Sweat pear. That's like from the equator.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Now, Fiddy did caramel. Fiddy, if you're tasting pear in this, then you have a way more sensitive
I noticed that
palate
one.
because this looks kind of buried. I don't normally pick on people's recipes, but Fiddy's I'll break his balls on. He's got butter rum Loran's at 1, salted caramel Wonder Flavors at 2, custard premium at 1, pear in aware at 2, shape up pear at 3, a little bit of super sweet Thai apple at 0.5, and custard 2 at 2. Damn, these fucking ads, annoying. Says okay, how do we get pear to sit on top of custard and caramel? It's like an Asian apple with crust between apple and pear. It seems really help. If you got this to work, then help. Then I'll have to mix it because I do have everything for it.
It does have a couple pears in there, so.
Yeah. I'm thinking this probably needs a little bit of a steep to get everything to blend in and pay together.
The picture.
Here's a nice picture. That's fancy.
Picture.
Fancy schmancy.
That actually looks really good.
I can't see it.
Why can't you see it?
I don't know.
What's
we go.
What's a little sprig? Is that a sprig of vanilla or what is that?
That's what it looks like.
I think it's a vanilla sprig.
Let's see. I just did a simple 3, 2, 1. I didn't work too hard on this. I'll be honest with you, but I could taste pear. But and it's a little bit sweet. I didn't use the Perillum super sweet. I actually used Cat because I thought I had it sitting out here and I didn't feel like getting up to grab the dig for the Perillum one, so I just used a little bit of Cap. So, but pretty simple. Flavor West pear at 3, pear candy TFA at 2, and Mexican cactus to keep it from getting too dry at 1. And simple, plain and easy. Not too special.
Comment to Fiddy. It's okay, Fiddy. I can do pistachio too, so.
Can you?
And
Yes, I can.
I like how Take Me to the Sea, she threw a curveball in there. I'll take homonyms for 100, Alex. Homonyms. Basically, it's a pear, something that sounds like pear. And she did
What I talked about last week. Yeah.
apple filling, pie crust, raisin, and a little vanilla ice cream. And it looks tasty. basically, since she doesn't have any pear flavors, so she did, see, pear, apple, ice cream, and raisin. PAIR. There you go. That works. Take me to the river. Good song too, as well, for sure. All right, and we got Specky Pears from Marshy. Now, Zippy really likes the things that Marshy does. I like Marsh. I have a lot of respect for him as a mixer. This looks very tasty on it as well. I'm not quite sure how it, if the pear really comes through on this or not. It's got apple filling, biscuit, Chef Super Concentrate biscuit. I'm not sure how much different that is than some of the other ones. Pear VSO at 3, pear halves, vape dream. I don't have that flavor at 1. Strawberry rhubarb from SSA at 1, Chem Nevadic vanilla pudding, and whipped cream fresh. Tried to keep it simple to give the pears the best chance to sit forward, but couldn't resist adding the strawberry rhubarb. Just seemed to fit. Probably could have added a touch more of the biscuit, but anyhow, it still tastes good. Well, as long as it tastes good, that's all fucking matters.
Yeah, I was saying to Frank that Marshy's probably a very overlooked mixer, and his stuff is just incredible.
True.
Let's see. Rocky Tooney did butter rum pear. He's got brown sugar, organic, nature's flavors at 0.5, butter rum raw VSO at 1, SSA ice cream at 2, ripe pear wonder flavors at 2. Do I have the right? I have a pear. I don't know if I have the right pear. I don't think I do.
I don't think I have that either.
Oh, I do have it apparently. Unless it's another one of them ELR name change deals. And super sweet from Cap. Caramelized pears with butter rum sauce. Perfect fall winter dessert vape, and a great excuse to bust out the ice cream even if it's chilly outside. That's right.
And another great picture. Rocky and Fitty kill it with the pictures.
Oh, they do. They do way better than me. I suck at pictures. That's why I just put the stream up and say fuck it.
That one's got a sprig of mint in it.
Well, you know something? I'm going to put my elf crack on VC, and guaranteed it's going to have a picture.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not as appetizing though.
Oh yeah, it will be.
Let's see, Tim, you snuck in one of the new extremes in yours. You got Apple Extreme VSO at 2, Brown Sugar VSO at 5.5 or 0.2 and 0.5 respectively. CDS version 2 at 2.5, Cinnamon Sugar Silverline at 1, Cream Cheese Icing at 1, Pear Raw at 0.4, Sticky Bun at 2, and Super Sweet at 0.5. You are not pulling any pear out of this, are you?
Yeah, I am. I am pulling pear out of it. It's actually like with the Apple Extreme off the shake anyway. It's slightly pear forward over the apple.
Yeah, off the shake. Just wait. Give it time.
Well, it does have the pear raw in it, and that actually punches pretty good, and that is a little bit high for the pear raw.
Oh, really? 0.4 is high for the pear raw. See, I don't have the pear raw, so I didn't get that one. That one came out after I got the first batch of raws.
That pear raw stands out better than the regular pear does. Even if you figure out the percentages between the two, it still seems to like stand out more.
Okay.
Now, after a long steep, maybe not, but for a short steep, it should be fine.
Cool.
But it is very cinnamon forward. It's cinnamon forward.
Makes sense. All right. Back to Facey time. Let's see, anybody sneak in that I missed so far? Subaru Nerd, what is up, brother? Long time no see. That's it.
I was gonna give this to her, but I don't think she's getting it.
Ah. If you don't give it to her, she's not going to give it to you, though. So you might want to be careful.
I've mixed this up right as we got started the show, and it's already done that much. So it's like, it's probably not gonna make it over there. Actually, pretty tasty.
Oh wow, the 2 new additions for the Eagles are active today. The 2 defensive tackles that they picked up. If they lose to the Colts today, the season's over. I don't care what anyone says.
You got to pick up Eagly from Peacemaker. You got to pick that player because it gives the best hugs.
And when Bill was saying earlier how I criticized the Bills and everything for not playing in Buffalo, when did Buffalo get, or should I say New York in general, get so soft that they got to like shut shit down? Before, they took pride in their snow removal. You could get 10 feet
I'm
of snow.
so surprised.
You
I'm
could-
so surprised.
You could get 10 feet of snow in New York, and the only snowflake you saw on the road were the ones behind the wheel.
We would get 2 to 2.5 feet of snow at my house. We'd still have school. We live rural, so you had like an hour and a half ride to school where I got picked up. I was always at the end of the line. An hour and a half ride to school, and we'd still get picked up with 2 feet of snow.
Yeah.
2 feet of fresh snow. There would still be like 6 to 8 inches on the road. It'd still pick us up. Now, there's a dusting in the air, or wait a minute. Forecast shows snow day.
Yep.
It's like,
Well, now too with remote learning too, they could do that and still have classes. That's one thing. That's one thing
about that.
That's one thing the pandemic did. Is, now you have a lot more days where they're not necessarily snow days. They're home learning days now. They basically eliminated the snow day for a kid because now they could just do their work from home.
I wonder if I'd get in shit for this picture. Elf crap.
Oh.
I'm curious now.
Okay, just a minute. I gotta show it.
Tim's in trouble. Tim's getting in trouble. Cassie's kicking his ass.
I had her help me figure out what to make. Oh yeah, that sounds good. I made it, and now I'm vaping.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
Well, that's more like elf coke, not elf crack. But I guess that's kind of like a crack pipe instead. No, that's it. I guess that's...
I had to do it.
That's inappropriate for the snowflake generation. That is a good point, Take this. They can't handle snowflakes in the air, so obviously.
I still love seeing when you see the videos, and I've experienced it. I'm sure both of you have as well. Thunder snow. That shit. That is so cool.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like freaky.
Mm-hmm. And I guess they had a lot of that in Buffalo this week when the storm came through, because the air was still kind of warm.
Oh.
And then it was like thunder. Boom.
And being it came right off the lake, yeah, that makes sense, because you'd get that weird. You wouldn't get that higher in the elevations. You'd only get that down and down.
Mm-hmm. Then you saw the video on the Weather Channel, the wall of snow that was coming in from the lake, from Lake Erie, and it was so cool looking, and it just dumped.
I've seen that before, where I was there in Buffalo and I watched that come in, and it was like everything was, normal winter weather. Like that came in, and ice within a half an hour, there was like 3-4 inches of ice on all the stuff on the pier. Everything on the pier, like all their like museum like ships and stuff they have on there.
Oh, you talking on the Niagara River?
No, on the lake.
Oh, on Lake Erie.
Buffalo.
Okay.
Lake Erie. Yep.
Because you get up.
It was insane because it just looked like a fog wall, but came through, and the fog wall came through, just started dropping ice. Everything froze the second it hit. It was weird.
It's insane. I saw there was a car that someone had left at at the waterfront. I can't remember if it was on the Niagara River up towards Niagara Falls or if it was down in Buffalo, down by the Peace Bridge. But it was just encased in ice, and it was there for weeks because they couldn't do anything with it. It was like stuck to the ground.
Yeah, that's what that happened. Then I'm trying to see if I can get my mid 90s. I'm not sure.
This would have been early 2010s, like 2011, 2012, somewhere around there, and it was wild. It was really wild to see that. That's one thing, like they had the local news here was showing stuff from Buffalo, and they're just like, nope. It's like, exactly. If you got a tenth of that here, it would shut everything down for a month.
Well, look what happened in Texas.
Oh yeah.
They're not used to snow, and no one has snow tires down there. So yeah, people going off the road. Well, it's because they can't. No, it's not because they can't drive. It's because they don't have the right equipment to drive in that weather.
That, and plus they don't have anything that they could use to treat the roads, or I mean, that's the whole thing too. I mean, you could have the best snow tires in the world. You could be the best winter driver in the world, but if the roads aren't treated whatsoever, you're gonna have trouble. Especially when everyone else around you that's trying to drive on it don't have, they're clueless to begin with. Well, I can tell next week we're probably going to be mixing pistachios unless something changes. Well, we'll keep putting maple in the poll though, because eventually it'll win. It's kind of how I do things.
I remember that storm. All right. So I tried looking it up. I couldn't find the pictures of the ships, but I want to show you guys this quick. I remember this storm. It hit this is actually from Rochester, but Rochester and Watertown get hit this bad.
Oh, the ice storm.
Like everything just like nailed everything. That was horrible.
Oh, Canada got it too.
We lost power at my house. That's the one we lost the power and wound up losing all the meat in the fridges and everything because we were out of power for like 6-8 weeks. We're out of power.
Oh yeah.
It was so
well,
cold,
it was both sides of the border.
It was just because all the power lines are like weighed down and there was no way they could get them back up. They had to literally wait until it thawed.
Yeah.
They were trying to do it, but they couldn't keep up ahead of it until it thawed out.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was here too. Like it shut shit down for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Dave, they hit the whole border.
If Georgia just gets a little bit, we're forecast everything. They shut everything down. Max, what's up, Max?
The weather, yeah, snow.
Yeah,
which is why, by the way, 2 weeks from now we're doing summer and December recipes. Because hey, I want to remember the fact that there is times of the year I like to be outside.
There you go. Well, you figure we have winter here, but like South America, it's summer. South Africa, it's summer. Australia, it's summer.
My buddy in New Zealand, buddies in New Zealand, they constantly, we pick on each other. Whenever it's wintertime, we pick on each other.
Oh, yeah.
If it's wintertime there, I pick on them. If it's winter up here, they pick on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someday I'll get down there to visit him.
What? New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives right there. What's the name of it? Starts on R. He lives in that same city as the airport.
Oh, I don't know. I only know like the names like 2 cities in New Zealand, like Auckland and Christchurch.
Auckland.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't not R. Auckland. That's his best friend lives in the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he lives right in Auckland. On the outskirts, so it's more like almost like rural-ish.
Rural-ish, yeah.
Our plan is if I go there, we're going to go down and he's going to take that drive because we can do it within a day. You can drive down to the south to the bottom and then back up. You can do it in one day.
Well,
and you can go through all the every topography within
I
a
can
day.
see that, yeah, because that's a very interesting place as far as there's probably not that many places in the world that are like New Zealand as far as that goes.
No, you can actually literally get every topography within one day. That doesn't happen.
No.
There's deserts, there's mountains, there's valleys, there's everything.
Yeah, they don't have hard winters there whatsoever, Dave.
They do in the mountains. They have a decent.
Well, yeah, you're probably getting 5,000-6,000 feet in the. So I could see, them getting. It's like, well, even where Simon lives, he gets, where he was living. I don't know where he's at now, but he was always.
Our Simon?
Yeah, our Simon. Yeah.
He's still in the same place.
Oh, okay.
He's still in the same place.
Okay, so he gets. I mean, up on the, he's the base of the mountain because he has the ski lodge. In winter, in their wintertime.
Yeah. That's why I was checking the weather there, and my Tug Hill, New York. They're getting kind of hit. Tug Hill is where the ski resort is. That's where my aunt lives, and they're getting 6 inches plus today. Just today.
Well, that's going up towards Watertown, right? Tug Hill.
Yeah, it's just south of Watertown.
That's what I thought.
That's on the western side of the highway
of 81. Yeah. Yeah, because 81 goes straight up.
Oh, that's eastern side of 81. Western side of 12.
Okay. All right. I know what you're talking about. I didn't think about it for a second.
Okay, let's see how long before I get banned.
Yeah,
Oh man, I gotta make a comment on this recipe.
No, just wait. I'm just making it public right now.
I mean,
Don't worry,
this
I'm
house,
ready.
This house is already.
Okay, it's public.
Oh, is this your elf crack?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, I guess. Is this on VC?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
Zippy.
Oh, there we go.
Oh boy, Zippy. Yep,
You
this is
gotta
gonna.
There we
You
go.
gotta make life interesting, you know.
There it is. Elf crack. There's the picture. And we can scroll through. You got Flavor West Candy Cane, Sweet Cream, TFA, Vanilla Swirl, Whipped Cream, TFA, White Chocolate, and White Chocolate from Flavor West and TFA. Love it. It's more like Elf Coke, but it works.
Hey, they make crack out of Coke, okay?
Yes, they do. This is true.
Close enough.
All right, Linda, have a good one.
Take care, Linda.
Yeah, Linda, I am going to mix your custard, by the way. I'm going to try to do it before I go downstairs for football. Arnie S., what's up, Arnie?
There you go, Zippy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
geez.
hysterical. All right, double check. Football, make sure everything's still looking good.
Yeah. He's gone. Okay, I think that's enough troublemaking for today.
No, never.
Well, yeah, I know, but public.
Well, you know, the most important thing about that was I supported you right there.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, when you make it big,
Oh,
when
boy.
you make bad decisions, if you have friends that support you, it just makes it better.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay.
Makes the
I make
decision less
bad
bad and just
decisions.
more different.
Yeah.
I just like to cause shit. That's all.
I wonder which one of them will come across that one first.
Well, Max,
Well-
I'll be watching the Eagles here in a little while, and I was just checking my fantasy team, make sure there's no lead injuries. That I gotta do a quick lineup change. Because after the Eagles shit the bed last
Arnie.
Monday night, I thought for sure I was gonna finally break my 3-game losing streak, but no, I ended up losing another one thanks to the Eagles defense not covering Terry McLaurin worth of shit. Mallory, what's up, Mal? So, but this week I should win though, because I think I'm playing against somebody who quit. They haven't touched their lineup, so. If you don't follow Mallory on Twitter, I don't know what you're doing, because she is one of the hardest working advocators out there for vaping.
Yep.
Max,
Bills
I
play
can't
the
either.
Browns today
Yeah, in Detroit.
in Detroit.
And the
And the Grey Cups in Regina.
Oh, is it
today.
back? Is it back in Regina?
Yep, it's in Regina today.
Oh, hopefully it'll be snowing, 'cause that's always fun to watch that game in the snow.
Yeah.
Or did they put? They didn't put a roof on that stadium, did they?
No, they
Okay.
don't have a roof on that one. Nope.
Good.
Yep. Go Riders.
Go
Oh,
Riders.
are they actually playing in it today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. I haven't followed. I haven't followed the CFL.
Of course,
much
it's
this year.
Canadian, eh?
Hey,
Yeah, no, Riders are in it.
who are they playing against? Do you know?
I'm not really 100% because it's all about the Riders. That's all they talk about. And it's Super Bowl or
Grey Cup. Yeah.
Grey Cup, and it's in Regina, and it's warm weather. Well, warm for here, so it's on.
Oh, they're playing. Oh, no, they don't. They're not. The Riders aren't playing today in the Grey Cup.
What?
No, it's the Argonauts and the Blue Bombers.
Oh,
Take
and they're
it to
playing
Go
in Regina?
Fins.
Yeah.
Talking about-
Yeah.
Oh, maybe okay.
Yeah, they always
listen,
played a neutral site. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about. They kept saying "Go Riders" and shit. So
Mm.
I assume.
Yep.
I don't watch
So
it.
Toronto against Winnipeg. And it says the Blue Bombers have a chance to make CFL history. How do they have a chance to make CFL history?
I don't know, but
Let's see. Only 5 teams in the history of the game have ever won 3 straight Grey Cups, and the Blue Bombers could be the 6th with a win on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Well, I would have to go for the Blue Bombers anyway.
It says, Winnipeg Blue Bomber fans take over Regina ahead of the 109th Grey Cup.
Okay, sorry. Well, the way they were talking on the radio, I assumed that I don't follow football, but I assumed that Riders were in it.
On December 18th, Take Me to See said, "Go Fins." Dolphins are playing the Bills in Buffalo, so unfortunately,
that'd be good.
notoriously, that's usually good. But when it gets cold like this, the Dolphins never really do that well this far up north.
Well, no, I guess not.
They don't do so. They don't do well. They don't do well in this cold.
I think Tua.
Usually,
I think Tua could get another concussion in the tunnel before the game.
In the tunnel before the game.
He might get a concussion in warm-ups. But the Dolphins.
Saw my daughter tore her ACL.
The Dolphins have been playing great this year, though. I got to give them credit.
Mm-hmm. Bills and the Dolphins have had a good year.
Yeah. Well, the Bills need to turn around real quick though, because that game against Minnesota, it was a game of the year, but they shit the bed on that one. They gave that game away. That was like a Miracle of the Meadowlands type thing where they fumbled the ball on their own 1-yard line and Minnesota just picked it up. Hey, look what I got! Touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah, Green Bay, for as great as they did last Sunday when they beat the Cowboys, which was always great when when anybody beats the Cowboys. They turned around against Tennessee and they shit the bed hard.
That's weird. Just real. I was looking at the schedule, and Bills still play the Patriots twice.
Yes, they haven't played them yet. No.
Yeah, they play them December 1st and January 8th.
Well, the Eagles haven't played the Giants yet either. They play them twice in the last month of the season.
It's really strange to have them back to back like that.
Yeah, well, the NFL's been
within a month.
The Panthers and the Falcons played 2 out of 3 weeks.
It might be like the traveling to make it easier for traveling last few years.
I don't know. Yeah, it could be either that or is there just because you have so many teams and they're just trying to fit everything in, and you have these international games now. I think the Monday night game is San Francisco and Arizona, but they're playing it in Mexico City.
Yeah, the Bills were doing great, and they actually kind of lost their steam. That's the problem right now.
Yeah, I mean, and now they're playing in Detroit today and on Thursday.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they played the Lions on Thursday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they do play the Lions on
Thursday.
Thursday.
They don't even need to leave. They don't even need to come home. They can just stay in Detroit for 4 days.
Yeah, that's what I would want to do. I'd want to stay in. No.
Well, basically, they had to break FCC laws or FAA laws to get out of Buffalo because the airport was closed to only the Bills. Yeah, well, I watched the end of that game yesterday, Syracuse, and yeah, Wake Forest needed
Syracuse.
that game more than Syracuse. But then you look at what happened last night with South Carolina and Tennessee. Tennessee just cost themselves their season right there.
I missed that.
Getting blown out by the Gamecocks.
Weird that we're talking politics and show, but at the same time, it's not with you. But college football, that was like my grandfather and I used to watch it all the time, and we used to, we used to have not bets for money, but that person's gonna make it in the first draft, or that's gonna be, yeah. And we were pretty good at it at the time.
Well, hopefully the quarterback for Tennessee, he got hurt late in that game yesterday. Hopefully he's not as severe injury. Hopefully he's not that long. Oh, Mal's Thanksgiving dinner just arrived. We did that one year. We ordered our turkey, and it just wasn't the same.
No, it wouldn't be the same.
It was convenient, but it wasn't the same. We did it one time. We're we're not going to do that again. Yeah, Buffalo did lose to the fucking Jets.
Thanksgiving dinner arrived. I can see his turkey in a bondage gimp suit at Mallory's house. That's all I saw is in my head when Mallory said Thanksgiving dinner arrived. That's what got in my head. It's
Oh, Leo, being a Steelers fan, yeah, it's gotta suck this year. But you guys have promise, though. I mean, Kenny Pickett could be good. You got some draft picks when you traded
that's true.
Claypool. I mean, I'm not quite sure what you guys are doing over there.
Yeah, the Finns always
Yeah, that
they
was
always had a
back. That
great
was way
passing
back
game.
when, though. That was way back when, though.
The problem is that the Finns have always been notoriously a passing team, and passing when it's cold and you're not used it really shortens your game.
Oh yeah, oh, for sure it does. And plus
Chiefs, same thing. Chiefs are notoriously a passing team too.
well, Chiefs, they have. I mean, they don't have that traditional running back. I mean, they'll throw like back when they still had Tyreek Hill, they'd throw him in the back, in the backfield like a running back, as a speed back, but he was a wide receiver. And they do it with Travis Kelce sometimes. Which, if you haven't watched that new podcast with Travis and Jason Kelce called New Heights, that is so much fun to watch. Those guys are doing a great job. Those two have awesome personalities. They've been getting some good guests now. They're starting to get guests on there, so it's really, I mean, every week they're like the #1 sports podcast on the internet, because it's not just on
Leo,
YouTube. They're a couple different platforms.
Poor Leo, yeah, being a Steelers fan this year. I know Will from Steel Valley, Steelers fan, he's not had a good year. Everybody's been picking on him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the last complete game that the Eagles played was against the Steelers, so that's why we need to hope that they can turn around against the Colts today and show that fluke win last week for the Colts was just that, a fluke, and that
Let's see,
the fluke loss that the Eagles had, they learned something from it.
Okay, they got looks like the Bills have 2 gimmies still, probably, most likely.
There are no gimmies in the NFL. I wouldn't
3.
even say that anymore.
Not as bad, but it still is I would say they're very heavily favored over like 2 or 3 of these teams, but the rest of them, they got some pretty hard. There's going to be some competition there, so they got to really step up their game from what they've been doing lately.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that Eagles loss just opened it up for a lot of different teams though on the NFC side. Did we order any new flavors? I haven't ordered any since that Jungle Flavors release, so. But I do have to re-up on a few flavors I'm running low on.
I need to re-up on.
Yeah, there's the new flavor.
Go get them.
Flavor arts just dropped. The new flavor arts just dropped. 27 new flavors.
Look, we got free girls in our.
I haven't
city.
ordered them
Go
yet.
get them. Hey, Dave Lloyd won.
It's fun to watch his game. Technically, Zippy hit the delete message first.
That one. Let's see. Oh, yep, Zippy's the winner. Zippy's the winner. Yay, Zippy!
Zippy and Dave, both of them got in on this. Yeah, good job, guys.
And that's only because Addy wasn't here. Because Addy's he's the ultimate quick draw on that. You can't get nothing past him.
I'm not even kidding. Addy's like got a premonition flick going on in his head.
Checked on Addy. Is Addy okay?
Addy's fine.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was on Fresh. Well, he was on Fresh's show yesterday.
Yep.
They tried to get me on, but I said I was naked, so.
So what was the problem?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what
I was naked. And I gave Fresh shit because my pool is dirty.
Yeah.
I'm not going in there.
You were naked. Did you guys do eye contact?
No.
Oh,
no.
That's a missed opportunity.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, no, and they need to clean up my pool. I can't do any gator rolls if there's no freaking good VG in it.
This is true. Yeah, can't have the funky.
And I can't have the funky. Yeah.
Mallory, I was saying that earlier. Yes, for sure. I mean, some of the best games to watch are the ones where you can't even see the field on TV because there's so much snow.
Well, they even have 2 of the Bills games that are coming up are to be determined for the time.
Well, because they flex. They do the flexing for TV.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a lot of Steelers fans are mad because they had a primetime game and it got flexed out back to 1 o'clock because no one wants to really watch them right now since they're not that good.
Yeah, that's sad though for the Steelers fans.
But they still get to see their game. They're just not on prime time. But yeah,
that's kind of sad.
I still remember 2013. The Eagles played Detroit. It was flurrying a little bit when they were out there for warm ups.
The snowplow game. Yes.
New England. Yep. That guy was an inmate too. That was out on work release. They jumped on the snowplow and went out there and plowed that spot in the field for the kicker to make the field goal.
Oh, really?
Yep. And they let it count. So.
Yep. There's no other way they were gonna get that kick. No way.
And you can't say, well, that was Belichick cheating, because that was way before Belichick.
Yep.
That was early 80s, that game. That was old Schaefer Stadium. That wasn't even the new stadium.
They gave him a fighting chance, but at the same time, it's like, as the ball lies, so should the snow.
Yeah. I still remember I was coming back from, I had a work trip in Vegas. Work trip. It was kind of reward for having a really good year. So the boss sent a bunch of us to Vegas to have debauchery for about 5 days. And I'm trying to fly back, and I'm in the airport in Vegas, and I'm watching the Eagles game, and it's snowing like a son of a bitch, and the Eagles are losing. And I had to leave the hotel to go to the airport, so I'm trying to follow it on my phone and in the cab and everything. I get over to the airport, get through TSA and all that, and I get find a sports bar, and the Eagles are coming back, and the snow's just still flying. And as the game, Shady McCoy broke the Eagles record for like 200-something yards rushing, because nobody could catch anybody because everyone was sliding all over the place. And that's still one of the best in Eagles history. Is probably one of the best games ever.
We played some high school games like that where you could not stop anybody if you could keep the running back could keep their feet.
Yeah,
they would get in the goal because you could not.
And that's the thing. Yeah. Like now, you look at it in high schools, even in high school sports, it snows or rains. Oh, they're going to postpone the game. It's like, this isn't baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not fair. I mean, actually, our local high school, they lost in the third round of the playoffs at home to the same team they lost to last year in the playoffs. Unfortunately. Oh, the fog game in Chicago. Yeah, that game sucked. Being an Eagles fan, that game sucked. But hey, you got to play it the way you got to play it. So
yeah. How do you pass in that?
Yeah. Well, I think Keith Jackson had one go right through his hands, because in the end zone that could have won the game for the Eagles, but he didn't see the ball till last second because you couldn't see it. There was so much fog.
Not to mention that fog, it's probably slippery too, the ball.
And the Dolphin Steelers, when the punt just stuck in the mud, wouldn't move. There was no bounce. It just went plop.
Yep. They do a much better job now maintaining those fields than they used to. Remember back to 80s, 90s, how the fields were taken care of?
Oh, yeah, terrible. Mallory, I think you're right. I think it was a 3-0 score. That was in Miami, because Pittsburgh, I think at the time, was still playing on turf.
He's like, let's talk about hockey.
Yeah. Nah. I don't like the fights in hockey.
You do like the fights, or you don't like the fights?
I do. I said I only watch for the fights in hockey.
Well, that was why we went to that game last night, because didn't really care who won. I mean, the crowd was really into it. I mean, and I guess that's one of the better teams in the league is our local team. And yeah, but the fights were fun. I mean, they were going at it, and they were, and the crowd's all getting into it, and the players were egging on the crowd, like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of them go to a local bar after the game.
And then in the off season, just watch the movie Goon.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. The main character is one from American Pie. Stifler from American Pie.
Stifler.
Yep. Stifler. Stifler and Stifler's mom.
Well, Stifler's mom, the actress that played her.
Did you see her new commercials?
Yeah.
After American Pie, she turned into a whore. And not just played one. No, she was a straight up whore. Like, she had like hundreds of men after that. She went into like some Great Depression and was just banging everything that she could. And now I guess she kind of got her shit together. She's, an upstanding citizen again.
This one time at band camp?
Yep. She banged the whole band?
Probably.
The men and the women?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, Dave Lloyd went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, that's what you go to the hockey games for.
Those are the good games. Those are the best games.
Yeah, who cares who wins? You just want to see the fights.
Yeah.
The gloves flying off the hands and
Oh, yeah.
Mallory.
Yep.
yeah, Stacy's mom.
Oh, where are we at? The poll getting a little, nope, not tighter at all. Pistachio is going to win out easily. I don't think in 19 minutes that's going to change.
Probably not. But I'm ready for pistachio.
Pistachio's easy.
Oh yeah.
Because you can make a really nice pistachio and not even use a pistachio flavor.
Yeah, you can do that too.
All you need
Yeah.
is almond. All you need is a good almond.
Yep. FA almond. There you go. Done.
Almond.
There's my pistachio resto.
Almond and maybe throw some marzipan in there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think I'm already starting to think ahead now. Ooh, yeah.
Vape and bachelor.
Yep.
He's thinking about a career change.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Well, he'd have to have a surgery for that career change.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if I'd want to go that far.
I
know,
got one too, Dave.
there are prosthetics now, so whatever.
Too much information.
Yeah, TMI. Well, take me to see. Let's say if you have a marzipan, you have an almond, you basically have a pistachio.
Yeah. And anywhere you go from there is
most commercial pistachios don't have pistachio.
Yeah. You got marzipan.
And
Take
probably
me to see.
the most accurate pistachio flavor is Flavora's, and it's not one that you really like to use because it's too accurate. It's like a little on the bitter side and kind of earthy.
I actually like the TFA pistachio. That's probably the best one out there.
Yeah, that is my absolute toasted almond.
Yep.
Yeah. TFA pistachio is my go-to when it comes to
me
making
too.
a pistachio. But I think I'm gonna build off of it this time though with almond and marzipan.
Oh, if you got almond, then you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got marzipan?
Or if you even have some kind of cherry, you could use a cherry.
The most
cherry will do it too. Yeah.
Most important part is it has to be a bit nutty.
Really?
You could use it. If you want to get real creative, use some 555 gold. You'll get a nutty note from that.
Actually, I'll look up.
Or Zippy. Remember this recipe, Glory.
Oh yeah. You want a nut? There's your flavor.
My glory hole.
My peanut butter milkshake. Remember?
If you
peanut
take
butter
Glory,
smoothie.
if you take Glory, most people think it's a tobacco, okay? And maybe FA called it that. But if you use Glory at a little weeny percentage, it's the perfect peanut. Oh my God, it's so good. Perfect peanut. I'll tell you the percentage. But if you want the ultimate peanut, this is the one. This one, I'll just look it up for a second here.
Here's one.
Anywhere cherry will work.
That's one of the ways.
I wasn't looking up a recipe. I'm just
remember this was with Zippy. I didn't have peanut butter at the time. The Glory from FA at 0.3, papaya mango lemonade VSO at 3, pralines Flavora at 0.4, vanilla bean ice cream flavor West at 3, and white chocolate Flavora at 1. And that is still.
I thought I had Glory.
That is still delicious.
So if you use FA Glory at 0.25, you've got the ultimate peanut.
Yep.
And it smells just like a peanut. It tastes just like a peanut.
Shake and vape.
Yep.
Shake and vape, because if you let it steep, it will get a tiny tobacco note, but that's like an entry level tobacco note.
I don't get no tobacco note. Not at all. Not at all. It's perfect peanut for me. If I took it up higher, yes. But for me, 0.25 is a perfect peanut. What was it? I screamed the praises about it again. Cherry, anywhere. Yeah, very, very low. Take it to see. Very low. And if with your almond.
Yeah, maybe like 0.5% at the most for the anywhere cherries.
The very most. I think I would try it at 0.2, like 0.25 at first and see, because that's a pretty strong cherry. Yeah, well, that's a pretty strong cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to just get the You know, just trying to add it to the almond and make a marzipan, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
basically use the cherry as the marzipan with the almond. I'd push the almond a little harder. Maybe go.
Yeah, I would go higher with the almond and then the little bit of
Rocky
cherry.
Toony.
Oh, there's the man. Finally crawls out of bed.
Ian's working on a butter pecan cheesecake. The pecan part is perfect. Nice.
Ian, that sounds good.
Flavor West butter pecan.
Yes, like an amaretto. Exactly. Take me to see. It is like an amaretto.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of what pistachio tastes like to me too. Like it's got that hint of.
Yeah, a hint of it, depending on the pistachio.
What was that? Oh, I was looking up Glory. Oh, now I'm gonna look up pistachio. Ha ha ha. Because I know I got pistachio all over the place.
And cheesecake.
Oh God, have I got pistachio?
We haven't done butter pecan yet, have we?
I got a spumoni ice cream recipe.
Does it have pistachio in it?
Oh yes,
I
sir.
bet it does, yeah.
See, if you look up pecan cheesecake, you get that. Look out for slow turtles from
Yes.
Take Me to Sea.
Yes.
Slow
I was
turtles.
gonna say, I thought that sounded familiar. I was like, that cheesecake and pecan.
Actually, in this recipe, I use Flavor Art pistachio.
I have that. I really haven't messed with it too much, though. I may have to
It was
break that
actually, yeah. Huh, I got my recipe already made for me next week.
out. There we go. Now everyone jump in and vote for Maple.
Well, I can get that one covered too, so no matter which way you go, I'm good. Holy crap, I made this one back in 2017. Damn, I'm old.
I have some that go back to 2017 in my stash.
Hi, Rocky.
This is true. It's true Canadian Vapor for sure.
Huh?
He said
yeah.
Nuts love being tickled. Brings out the full flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently. I'll have to mix that up, see if it needs to be tweaked again, because that was a long time ago, so might be a little. We'll have to see. Have you ever gone back and tried one of your old recipes, like really old, and go, like, what the hell was I thinking?
Uh-huh. Or I'll even look at it and be like, what the hell was I thinking? I ain't mixing that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is the percentage on that? Holy, it's like 35% or some crazy thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I should go through and see what my oldest recipe is. I have way too many recipes to go through looking now. I don't know how you search by date, so if I can do that, then it would be all good. Yeah, speaking of peanut butter, I got my fudge here with glory in it.
There you go.
Yes. Right now, if your nuts are being tickled, they will shoot right back. Ian picked up 50 ml of FLV pistachio from Rainbow Vapes for £4. Holy shit. That's a good deal. That's about $8 my money.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good for a 50 ml of FLV.
Hell, I'm already getting all kinds of shit done for next week already. Jumping ahead of it.
Yeah, I'm ahead now too. I don't even have to mix. No, I'm gonna mix that one. I haven't made it for so long that.
There. I'm gonna try adapting ABC's recipe for something a
Bat, you
little
have
different.
an awesome Thanksgiving as well. Because I'm gonna try frying a turkey this year for the first time. That's it. And I will show it to everybody when I do. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna do the unboxing of the fryer and assembly of the fryer, and actually prepping my turkey. And I mean, we have
Holy crap!
We have one that's thawing already, but it's a little too big, I think, for the fryer. So when I go to the store this afternoon after the games, I'm gonna have to see if I can find a smaller one.
I just came across a recipe I didn't even know I made. Pistachio raspberry shake.
Okay.
Oh, it's got raspberry in it. You know it's Zippy's.
Yeah, but I made that one in 2018. Holy crap.
Wow, Tim.
And look at the percentage, only 8.75%.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
crap, man. Wow. It actually looks pretty good. I might have to mix it.
I didn't even change the picture on it because it fits. There you go. I tried a slightly different version of that one.
Yeah, Bat, you know how to get a hold of me. Yeah, PM me that turkey rub. I'll check it out.
Oh, turkey rub. Cool.
I found a homemade injection juice, I guess you can say, or whatever you want. You know how you have the store bought ones you buy that you use to inject in the turkeys. I found one's homemade though. It looks really good. You use a stick of butter, and you used a stick of. Let's see, measure that oil. No, I'm not using oil. It's an oilless turkey fryer, Mal. So it's kind of it's kind of like an air fryer, but different.
I haven't had turkey for, oh God, it's got to be years and years. I should get some. Not a turkey, but like, some turkey breasts or something and cook some up.
Yeah, so this injection has butter, and it has basically like it's not margarine, but it's just like the spread, and the vegetable spread, but it's in a stick, like what they call it, imperial. So it's kind of like a vegetable oil that spread. It's a vegetable oil spread. Don't let
he just can't drive for 3 days afterwards. That's all.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't. No cannabis butter for me, thanks.
Wasn't butter? It was infused.
Yeah, it could be a problem.
Yeah, especially if I infused it as much as I did the last time. I'm not allowed to do it anymore.
Rick G, yeah, wild turkey. I can't drink wild turkey anymore. I can't drink liquor that much anymore. I
think he means a real wild turkey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why I can't drink liquor that much anymore.
Oh, there's a bunch of wild turkeys here.
Is there?
A bunch of them.
I passed a few of them in Virginia yesterday. On the side of the roads, like about half a dozen of them.
There used to be a what do you call it? A reserve down by where I lived in Ontario. It was called Turkey Reserve, and you'd drive through this like little goat paths and stuff, and there'd be turkeys everywhere in there.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, wild turkey does have a reserve.
Yeah, they do.
I know.
They do. They do.
Every good liquor has a reserve.
Exactly.
I think so. Yeah.
Makes sense.
There we go.
They do a hemp butter flavor.
Barome does, yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
No.
But I don't get anything from it.
I heard it's actually very just earthy. That's it. Nothing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, both.
Tim, what's on Noted tomorrow?
Tomorrow, recipe week.
Oh,
Isn't it? No, not recipe week. Tomorrow's TFS, 100 flavors.
oh, that one out of the UK.
The
Flavorsmith.
Flavorsmiths. Yep.
100 flavors? Is that their whole line, or is it just part
Yeah,
of
the whole line.
100.
Whole line.
So it's gonna be a long
Holy
stream.
crap!
It's gonna be a long episode.
I guess.
Yeah, someone's have to
It
keep
was a
prodding.
lot. It was even longer for testing.
You have to keep prodding Wayne to make sure he stays awake.
I wouldn't be
You'll probably
testing
walk
that many
away and
flavors.
walk away.
Okay,
Yeah,
back
I
to
wouldn't be
probably have to
testing
message
that
him.
many flavors. Too many.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
We've got a lot more.
Yeah, but after a while, like when you do that kind of testing, for me anyway, my buds just burn out. Then everything just tastes.
Well, it's not like we just did them in a short period of time. We've had months.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, screw that. No.
I mean, I still got to finish some last minute notes on the long steeps, make sure I get everything. But yeah, going through them all one more time.
I do not know why my disk space is going way down again. Set them down to 800 megabits on my hard drive.
Oh.
Because maple syrup didn't get picked, so she threw some into your hard drive.
That could be.
I'm cursing. I'm sending vibes, man.
With 3 best all-time recipes, I'm so critical of myself. I can't pick 3 all-time recipes I would really have confidence in.
That's a difficult question. It all depends on flavor profiles too. What your favorite flavor profile is.
Yeah,
I've got recipes I know that turned out really good that are not something I would vape every day because it's just not my profile, but they turned out tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My profiles are pretty well bakery, but dialed into.
Mix them and judge each other.
That
Oh,
could,
Jesus.
that could be brutal.
Yeah. Kind of not fair because everybody's taste buds are different. And
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
10% VSO garlic. Mix it, guys.
Hey Tim, can you read between the lines?
Dave Lloyd's recipe there, the 10% sugar cookie and 10% VSO garlic. There you go.
Oh no such animal.
Now I made the recipe. Now you guys gotta mix it.
Yeah, it's called alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
Oh no garlic.
No.
I can't even see vaping garlic. I'm sorry. I like the real garlic, but vaping it, no. I think I'll pass. I might use it in my cooking maybe.
It does work good in cooking.
I have onion too, I believe.
Well, we're at that time.
Maple sometimes the next 17 years, please.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you, Take Me to See. I'm waiting for maple. So I can dip everybody in the shit.
End the poll. I'm looking at my disk space. It keeps going down further and further. It's like I have to probably do a
Coffee,
reboot or something.
5%. Who's the coffee haters?
Must be a lot of people. Yeah, I thought for sure coffee would be a little bit higher than that.
Rocky. I know we didn't vape, or we didn't vote hard enough.
Yeah, I mean
Root beer.
coffee's kind of hard too, because you get like Wayne says, you have good coffee and you have vape coffee, and there's really not a. It's hard to disseminate between the two.
Well,
And everybody has their own taste for coffee, so it's no surprise that you have the same thing going on in vape.
Yeah.
oh, pity. Yeah.
No, just because Zippy wants it.
Yeah, of course.
Is this a no squirrel zone?
It must be.
Could
Must
be.
be a no squirrel zone. I'm being deflected.
Alrighty, gang. It is that time. We're going to shut this puppy down. Guys, have any parting words on the way out?
Just answer. Actually, I'll answer Tim in here. There's no streams tonight. No, that I can think of. I don't think there's any more on Sunday today. Is it?
No, I don't believe so.
I think you're the only Sunday show right now.
I think. Well, you have 5:30. Don't you have Bill and?
Oh yeah, Bill and Mick. Yeah, that.
5:30 Eastern. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
late
not-
night vape show.
They mix occasionally.
Mix, hijinks, a little bit of everything.
I can throw in about 6. Take me to the sea.
Ooh,
What's that?
16, 17 pistachios.
No, I can probably throw about 6 or 7 in there.
I could do a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Codename Wired is on.
Oh yeah, Code Nine Wire is on today too. Yep. If
Okay.
you want to see some coil building.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well.
But as far as mixing shows, yeah, Mick and Bill, I think, the only ones.
Yep,
Yeah.
I believe so. Alrighty, gang. Like I always say, be safe, wash your hands, don't talk to strangers. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody here in the U.S. that celebrates it. And we'll see you next Sunday for Pistachio. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.